What's going on, guys? It's your boy B Jones of the Get Busy Podcast. Welcome to episode number 2. I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up that for this episode, I forgot to hit the record button for the microphone, so the sound quality is not going to be great. Make sure you got your mic nice and close. Yep, microphone close, microphone far. It's not going to matter because I messed up, but it's all good. It's still going to be a good episode. Thank y'all so much for supporting us, and I promise we will get better as we keep doing this thing, so enjoy.
Welcome to the Get Busy Podcast.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
With your host, B Jones.
I forgot what to say.
Ishaq Assad,
Oh, we got to sit up.
a.k.a. Izzy.
My wife said we had to sit up. Hold on. Let me help out my back a little bit. This is what 40 looks like. Can't just sit however you want to sit no more.
Trying to be professional this
Now
time.
to be a pro. All right, let's start again. And 3, 2, 1. You ain't got to clap.
All right.
Clapping is my thing. Don't try to steal my.
After
My
that,
job.
after the 3, 2, 1, I'm just saying.
You don't even know what the clap is for. That's some video editing stuff. All right, start us out. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Get Busy Podcast. Your host,
B Jones.
Izzy Assad. Another episode coming back at you guys. So today, going to kind of jump right into it today. You know what I mean? Last time was a little bit of an introduction.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of things I've been thinking about for the last week or so.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm really tired. So we can't be, you know what I'm saying? I'm on fumes right now, so we need to get to it.
All right, bet. So, hey, well, I'm kind of in the boat too. So all right, let's get it cracking.
Get it.
And actually, to that point about getting right to it, it's about maximizing time.
Yeah.
So I think that I know, and speaking with a lot of brothers that I deal with, and people I've been talking to, trying to get to that next place, that next like level. You know what I mean? One of the more difficult challenges is like finding out how to get there, and then finding out how to maximize the time that you have by not wasting it and eliminating distractions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I wanted to kind of pick your brain on some of these things because I feel like it's really crucial. You know, sometimes we get caught up just getting stuck in whatever the routine is, whatever, you got work and then you got family or you got, extra hobbies or whatever it is. What are some things that as a group or as an individual, we can do to kind of maximize the time that we actually have on our hands?
All right, so I'll tell you, like, one of the things I did, this was maybe toward the middle of 2023. I'm a really big procrastinator. I can admit that. And so one of the things I did, I had these 2 games I had on my phone that I'd be playing all the time. And I've been playing them for like, probably for years, right? And then when we have these goals we're trying to, reach, like we're trying to, buy a house and do, have more income coming in, reach our dreams. It's like I find myself like just in my downtime on my phone, just because it's, it's a way to relax and
Numb out for a second.
yeah, decompress. But I started noticing like, this is like, it's almost like an idol, like I'm going to it for like my source of like relaxation, not so much going to God or talking to my wife, or just just trying to, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like playing video games or having games on your phone, but like, you know, you have to really like be honest with yourself, and you're looking at the time that you're, you know what I'm saying, spending
different
doing
things. Yep.
It's like you got to start trimming the fat a little bit. So I deleted those games off my phone, and my wife, she was really impressed with that. I didn't like, surprisingly, she was like, I'm really impressed that you did that, because like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of showed that I was really serious, and she knew I was serious. Like, I'm trying to, you know, trying to reach some goals and trying to like try different things and be more wise with my time. So so I think that was a big win for me. You know, but still, there's, you know, it goes up and down sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it has to stay up or down. Like, you can get to a point where you're just up and you're just on it. That's what I'm trying to get to now. But yeah, it's I think looking at doing a real like honest assessment of like,
That's the key.
what, you know what I'm saying? Because
Stop lying to yourself.
stop lying to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Lying to yourself is so easy because you don't have anybody to check you, really. You know what I'm saying? And so, and lying to yourself is the most dangerous thing you can do, because like you start believing your own lies, and then your life will start reflecting that. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, that's what I would say. Like, just looking at sitting down in a quiet place and just really looking like, okay, what am I doing right now? The people that are succeeding in areas of life that I'm not, like, would they be sitting here doing what I'm doing? Would they have like the 8 hours of work time that you have? Like, would they have done this? Is that what their story sounded like? You know what I'm saying? You got to really like be honest, take a good look at your time.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like you said, man, being honest about it. Cause I'm similar situation. Found myself, got the game on the phone. I said, I haven't deleted it yet. I don't use it as often as I used to.
Right.
And then even outside of that, just getting caught up with social media, YouTube. That's really where a large part of it will go.
The YouTube wormhole.
The YouTube wormhole, man. And
that thing gets me, bro. Like, it'll be like, I'm 30 minutes to an hour in. I'm like, yo, I open my computer for like a different purpose.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How did I end up on YouTube?
And so, and I'll even go, you know, with specific, because right now, like, I'm looking at the prep agent and doing a couple different things, trying to get prepared for this real estate exam, trying to take it more, make sure that when I go back at it, you know what I mean, that I'm fully prepared for it. And a lot of my YouTube time comes while I'm driving. But then I'll notice that I'm trying to maximize, so I'm working and trying to do other stuff at the same time. And then it'll be like a little slip of a little interest in something else, and I'll go click on something else for a brief second, you know, thinking I'm gonna get right back to it, and before you know it, it's like an hour's been by, you know, and then it's like, all right. So to your point about being honest with yourself, man, like, I was talking to the wife about this today, and she was saying, like, you know, it's really, everything is just, there's very little reasons that we don't accomplish the goals that we want to set out to do. It's mostly excuses, right? But few reasons. And I think she's 100% right about that, man. You know, when we have a real goal, when that determination really kicks in, we'll do the things that's necessary to get to whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's more than enough time in the day to work these things out. So if that means waking up a little bit earlier, which I've actually started doing, to get a little studying in, cutting out some of the unnecessary stuff in between, you know, because I get home and it's like, okay, I gotta chill for a second, you know what I'm saying, to kind of unwind and then go tackle whatever else.
Yeah.
That's BS, man.
Yeah.
It's just a way, you know what I mean? Like, I tell myself that, but then I really, you know, so that's the part, and that's the area where, like, I gotta stop playing games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That wind down is not necessary, because the goal is more important than, like, the momentary chill that provides. And so, you know, I think, stop lying to myself, thinking that it's going to be all right, or that it's okay to just, you know, oh, spend this amount of time with this amount of time, or, oh, it's not that serious. But for the successful people, you know, like you mentioned a second ago, what does their timeline look like? And when you start to read books or start to follow some of these folks that are actually, successful in the areas that you're looking to get successful in, man, it's like filled with productivity. And so I just started thinking to myself, in whatever it is I'm doing, is this actually productive? And if it's not productive, then I'm stopping doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that for me is what's maximizing my time. It's like, okay, thinking about it, like even if I have to check myself while I'm doing it, like, wait a minute, this is not productive at all. I'm watching about the WNBA draft that's coming on tonight. This is not helping me get ready to go at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of people get to that place where they're like, okay, you recognize that you need to do better, right? But like so I think point A is where you start, and like when you're just kind of in cruise control. I think like point B is like when you're like, you know what, I need to start changing things. I want to start losing weight. I want to start getting in my word more. I want to be a better father to my kids, better mother, better spouse, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got these career goals. I got this financial goal. I want to save money. I want to start budgeting. Like, you get to that point, I feel like that's point B, but then like point C is like the actual execution. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think the $1 million question is, how do you get from recognizing where you are and admitting to yourself, like, that you need to be somewhere else, you need to do something different, to like the actual execution. So like, do you have like any examples in your life, whether they're like in the past or like recently, where like you were kind of at point B and then you executed and got to point C?
Honestly, I think that I'm in that transition of B to C right now.
Okay.
And it really started with, one, what you said, being honest, but then 2 was communicating my goals with my wife, you know what I'm saying? And telling her what it was that I'm trying to do. I mean, because we have these talks about, hey, I have this idea, I have that idea, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. But a lot of times I have the ideas in my head, but I don't tell her how I plan on going about it. And so when I don't communicate it to her, then she has every expectation family-wise that she still wants me to kind of fill that role in, and the kids have their expectations and their needs. And then so I find myself giving to those areas and sacrificing the things that I'm actually trying to do. And so, but now I've made a conscious choice to like, okay, I got to set up some boundaries. I got to explain to my wife literally what my plan is so that she can have a full understanding of what it is that I need and require to get to that place. And so that's what's really been helpful to me. It's like, hey, I'm trying to get here, here, and here. So I'm going to need to spend a little bit more time studying. I can take care of the baby at this time, but during this period of time, I'm going to need to be able to do this. I'm going to need to come get over here with this podcast, and giving her the right expectation so that I don't have the excuse to not do the things that I need to do, because that's what I was doing.
No, that's interesting what you said, because they say like in marriage, communication is key, right? So I think where a lot of us, I'll say fellas, speaking from the man's point of view, when we do have things that we're trying to do, if we don't properly communicate that, like what you said, then your wife, if she doesn't know what you're doing and she has expectations that don't involve the thing that you're doing, so like you're kind of going one way and she don't understand, like she needs you to turn and go this way, but you're trying to do something and it causes a little bit of frustration. That'll be annoying to you because she's kind of nagging now, and then she feels like her needs aren't being met, and then it starts a whole argument just because y'all didn't talk. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's a really good point. Like, you got to communicate that. If you're married, communicate with your spouse. If you're not married, I think it's good to communicate with somebody that you trust that can help you, like, for accountability purposes.
Absolutely, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They can ask you questions. So like, having accountability is something that I think most human beings need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, somebody to call and check in, like, hey man, did you read that book, or did you been studying for your exam,
right?
Or you know what I'm saying, like, what you been doing today? How's your time been? You know what I'm saying, you got your time in the Word yet? You know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. So we definitely got to, you know, it's better when you have, you know, a partner or a team,
and somebody that can really speak, not just somebody that you can, you know, dodge, you know, the question, but somebody that might actually get into it a little bit. You know what I mean? And so, and that goes with being honest, you know, with yourself. You know, so it all really goes back to that point.
Yeah, it's pointless if you start lying to the person, like, yeah, I've been doing what I'm supposed to do. Like,
right.
Then what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Gotta tell the truth. Yeah, man. Eliminating distractions. Life is distracting, man. There's some things that are going to be a part of your life that are going to distract you. You can't do anything about that, but like, do what you can with the rest of the time you got, you know what I'm saying? Control what you can control.
And we make the time in the day for whatever is the most important things for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, you know, like right now, you know, we got the playoff basketball going on, we got this going on, the NFL draft's about to come up, you know.
Yeah.
The college basketball just finished, you know, school is about to wrap up, like all these different things are going, prom for some people, whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can get caught up in whatever it is that you choose to get caught up in.
Yeah.
But it's like what ultimately is more important. And so it's really about just making that decision and actually going after it. Because actually what you said is from going from point B, that's the decision. But then to get to C is to stop talking and start walking. And in that process is where the distractions gotta go. That's where they gotta, you know what I mean? They gotta start falling by the wayside. Because if not, you're just gonna be stuck at point B, and then you end up going back to point A again, and then it's just like a cycle of and no progress.
Yeah.
And that's the place I'm trying to avoid being at.
Stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. That's what Myron Golden says. Dude got a plethora of one-liners. If you don't know who Myron Golden is, just Google that dude.
I need a little notepad for that one right there.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. All right, so we wanted to get into setting boundaries for ourselves and with our spouses. What exactly is that?
So that's kind of what I, you know, kind of a little bit of what I was just talking about, but realizing what it is that specifically what it is that we need, what I need, what you need, what a person needs to accomplish the thing that they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
What is that thing? Like, what is it that you need? You need time, you need space, you need extra attention, you need some motivation. What are those things that you need, you know? And establish them, you know what I mean? For myself, I need a little bit more space, you know what I mean? A little bit more freedom to maneuver, a little bit more time to actually be studying. You know what I mean? And taking the necessary steps to create that space or to create that environment so that I can actually achieve the goals that I'm shooting for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because otherwise, and with friends or family or whoever else it is, you know, mom might need something. You know, my pops might call, hey, I need you to go do this, I need you to go do that. You know what I mean? Your homies might call and be like, yo, I need this, that, and the third. Hey, we're about to go do this, you know? But just, there comes a point where you got to establish those boundaries. Like, look, right now is not the time for this, that, or the third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to just go ahead and that can be real difficult sometimes, especially when you have a routine or when you just have that familiarity, that comfort, and whatever it was that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always the easiest thing to do, man, but you know, I hear all these sayings about sacrifice, and that's kind of what these boundaries are, man. It's sacrificing some of the things that we necessarily want.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, if what you're shooting for is really what you're shooting for, you want that thing more than whatever it is you're dealing with anyway. I know for myself, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I want my kids to be at this place. I want my wife and my family to look this way, you know. And it's going to require those sacrifices.
Yeah. So
also, real quick though, in the older, like right now, Anaya's 13, she's about to be 14. The other kids are much younger, so I'm fully giving into all of the kids, right? Under no questions. But communicating with them, you know what I'm saying, so that kids can pick up on things too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want them to pick up the wrong things or the wrong ideas. So as their minds develop, just letting them know what my plans are, what it is I'm doing, what I'm going after, so that they can see the progression and understand what that is, as opposed to just, oh, daddy's been a little bit more quiet, or he's been a little bit more whatever it is, you know what I mean? But actually letting them know, hey, I'm doing this right now, you know, I'm going to this place right now, I'm studying, you know, 4 days or 5 days or 6 times, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that they have a better understanding of what the process is and what's happening in the moment, and have some level of appreciation for it, instead of like the feelings that can come on their own understanding.
Kids are stupid, man. They don't know.
They don't know, bro. They don't have any experience with it. You know what I mean? They just...
Yeah, no, and that's real, because, like, you know, you've heard people grow up like their parent, maybe dad, is like distant because he's like working or whatever. And there's, of course, you know, you got work-life balance or whatever. But yeah, that's a good point. Like, talking to your kids, like, hey, daddy has to do this thing right now, but like when I get done with it, it's gonna take about this much time, and we can, you know what I'm saying, do this together. You know what I'm saying? So they know, like, oh, okay, he's not just pushing me to the side. Well, you know, depending on the age,
exactly,
they process it differently or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be young enough they don't care, but you know, when I don't know, they get to certain ages,
they'll be able to understand it a little bit more.
Yeah, they're gonna understand it somehow. So yeah, I think communicating with your kids, it's a good idea. Yeah. So I think for myself, the things that I need. So for me to really like lock down and focus, like my environment has to be organized and kind of clean. So like I have a desk like downstairs, like the classroom area. So it's kind of where you know, we kind of did it like when COVID started and the kids were at home. So we have a classroom, you know, where like the formal living room usually is. So we got the desk or whatever. I'm explaining this to you as if you don't know.
No, but we got the audience.
This is for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for y'all. So,
it's really dope too, by the way.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's dope when it's clean, but like, it's like, you know, it's 4 kids, especially my 2 youngest, there's stuff everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard for my brain to relax and get into like grind mode when it's like chaos. So the funny thing, and I told you this earlier, like I'm starting to build a studio, got the lights, the cameras, you know, the back decorations, sofas, lights, camera, action. Everything behind the camera still needs, you know what I'm saying, I'm still trying to get together to transform. This used to be like the art room. No, actually, okay, so this room used to be, when we moved into the house, this is like where we put all the stuff that we didn't know what to do with. So it was the junk room.
Yep.
So then
Boxes.
fast forward 6 years later, still the junk room. So I'm like, I need to clean this room out. Cleaned it out, have tables in here. I built this, you know, closet right here. So like now it's like kids can hang their art out.
How long have you been in this house?
We've been here like almost 10 years.
Dang.
Yeah, almost 10 years. And so, you know what I'm saying, like the kids was, you know, my wife, I had a sewing machine up here. So this was the sewing room. But not a lot of sewing went on. And so, you know, just, she can sew. Like she's a really good seamstress, but she ain't got time to do all that. And it's like trying to, you know, parent 4 kids and do all kind of stuff and ain't got time to. So then the kids would come up here, like they had their paint, and papers and markers and stuff. So then it became the art room. And then one of the kids spilled, and this is the only room in the house that has carpet. So of course, like the kids spilled paint on the carpet.
I was about to say, it sounds like a tragedy is about to happen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so Xanta had to clean it up, right? And she was mad, so she told the kids they ain't allowed to paint in here no more. And so it's like, all right, fast forward, you know, me and you talking about doing the podcast. I'm like, all right, this might be the best room because it's kind of off to the side and nobody has to run, you know what I'm saying, run in and out of here. So it's quieter. And so I moved all that stuff out, or most of that stuff out, to build this. And so now it's like I'm slowly like kind of under my wife's nose. Like she doesn't, so she's like really good with like finances and organizing stuff. Like on spreadsheets. He's like a pro with like Excel spreadsheets, right? And so like I'm better with physical organization.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Making a room and spaces useful and look nice. She's good with decorating too. You know what I'm saying? So she has an eye for that. But as far as like just the function of it, it's where I kind of excel. So like as I'm building the studio, I'm slowly like moving her stuff out and buying more stuff and put it in here. So she
start off with like one piece.
Yeah, it's one piece at a time.
So it's not just 4 pieces.
Yeah. So before she knows that she don't know what happened, it's like, this is no longer the art room. This is my studio. So she was laughing because she was like, we were talking, and she just noticed like, you just taking over this room now, right? Because I saw you just bought a brand new computer chair. Where's that chair gonna go? I'm like, it's gonna go right here. So you know what I'm saying? She didn't really fight me on it. It was just cool. So I can go ahead and start. I got a vision of like, how I want to get everything set up. But
so you basically got the okay to kick it into gear now.
Pretty much. I was going to do it anyway.
Right.
But just, it's nice to have, that she's kind of happy. She sees me like, I have a goal. And, we're trying to do something special. So I think she's with it. But, and anyway, and then plus me and her, we're trying to start a business together. You know what I'm saying? Just like you and your wife started a business together. Which, probably another podcast. We can talk about that some more.
Hey.
We'll get into that on a different pod. But yeah, so like I excel when the space I'm in is organized and fairly clean, right? So that's what I need for my mental, so I can,
yes,
do my thing. So yeah,
that's very real, man. It sounds very similar to me too. Like, especially on the home front, like if there's a lot of clutter, then I can't really focus, and then my focus goes to like decluttering and getting things to where I need them to be. And then once that happens, you know what I'm saying, then I'm back in the zone.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what's up.
You got a dog too.
Yeah, but man, the dog is actually remarkable, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man, I can't complain. Like, she's
okay.
Extra chill. I mean, she gets a little hype when she first wakes up and gets around people, but
I always figured dogs were like kids.
Yeah, they need that attention,
I'm talking about messing your stuff up. So
well, yeah, I mean, at least actually I got some sneakers over there right now that got a little chunk missing out of them.
Okay, so before, going off on a little bit of a tangent, but like before me and my wife got married, she had 2 dogs. They noticed I started coming around more, so they ran away for some reason. I never treated them wrong. They just decided, you know what?
Oh, yeah,
we out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the story we sticking with. I'm gonna rock with it. Hey, I got you. Hey, that's
heard that. Yo, that was nothing. That ain't nothing. But
they ran away. Okay.
Exactly. But she used to tell me stories like, she'd be having shoes just chewed up, and the corner of the bed is like what happens is like the dog, right? Then you start having kids, and it's like kids start just breaking your stuff. It don't matter how many toys you buy them, they want to play with your stuff, break your stuff, and that's just what it is, man. So plenty of distractions, but you gotta again set boundaries. I try to set boundaries, right, with my stuff. So like I'll be finding my stuff be like outside the driveway,
man,
out in the rain, getting rusty. I'm like, who's playing with my stuff?
I thought I was doing a good job at it, bro. Like I thought that I was doing a good job. Like Naomi knows how to touch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
my 3-year-old daughter. I'm like, she knows. She knows that's daddy. She doesn't mess with my stuff, and that worked for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, man, it's like, well, where was this? Where was that? Man, I found. Man, we're running late for something we had to do a couple weeks ago, man. And like I said, Naomi, she doesn't mess with, the TV stuff or the computer stuff. You know what I mean? She's been really good with that. Bracelets and stuff. She doesn't mess with certain things. She's like, that's that. And she's, she's kind of OCD too, so she really pays attention to that kind of stuff. She really does. But, man, we're looking for the keys, the couch cushions, lifting the couch up, the bed, behind the bed. We always put it up on the mantle. Yeah. And she's got it in her purse, like in her, she has like a little dog house that she calls a purse. She walks around with it, man. She got the car keys in her purse. I look in there. She's got one of my bracelets in there. She's got Nadia's earrings in there. She's got the keys in there. I'm like, yo. I had no idea. This is like 45 minutes into looking for it.
Oh my god.
We ended up being late. I think we might have just been going to church or something, but whatever it was we were doing. But still,
Well, God understands.
Yeah, hey, he definitely did.
He saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I could even be mad because it was cute. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know.
That's real. So yeah, set boundaries for yourselves and your spouses and your kids.
And your kids.
Get your kids away from your stuff, man. For those of y'all that ain't got kids yet,
you'll learn.
Yeah, you gotta start detaching yourself from your nice things. Put some of your stuff away.
Or put them up somewhere. Yeah,
put them up high somewhere because they really don't care at all.
And you know what's crazy? I remember being a kid, and I went through everything that my mom had or my dad. Like I was in the cabinets, closets, like drawers. Hey, that happened. Just so you know, pops, moms.
Yeah. This confession time.
Hey, you know.
I got a confession. Okay, so. Dang. All right, I was going to say so remember when we were like elementary school, I think, or maybe middle school. We went to Rock Eagle? No. This was like Dahlonega, like a field trip. Mm-hmm. All right, so
I wasn't here yet.
Okay, so we did like a field trip. I think it was Dahlonega. We mine for gold. You learn like gold and gems and all that kind of stuff. You walking through caves, whatever. And they're saying like, gold is very dense metal, but it's also soft. You can like bite into it, whatever. And so, my mom, she had bought like. It's already going bad. Right?
That's a strong left turn. Oh, I noticed that. Okay, go ahead.
So she had bought. We grew up broke. Okay, middle class, lower middle class. We didn't have a lot, and I kind of knew that as a kid, just from. Anyway, so my mom.
Man, that house used to be off the chain, man. But anyway, go ahead, man. I remember coming up with that. I was like, damn, that's where y'all live. Okay, but anyway, all right, go ahead.
So, all right, so my mom started, working. I think she was an assistant principal at this time. Started getting a little money. So we're doing better for ourselves, right?
Okay.
So she bought herself, like, her first, like, real pair of, like, gold hoop earrings. Like, I'm in her bathroom one day, I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh, so this is what gold looks like. And I'm like, going back to the field trip I took. So I take it, I'm like, I bite it. As soon as I bite and I look at it, I'm like, what did I just do, bro? Like,
Mr. Postman.
I got teeth marks in her earrings, and they're very defined teeth marks. And they're brand new. It ain't like she had them for like a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my God. I put them back. I'm just like, she's gonna kill me for this one. Yep. Like, she never said anything about it. I don't know if she.
Oh.
Because you don't expect your kid to bite your earrings.
Yeah, I mean, true.
You know what I'm saying? So like, she might have thought like, okay, they might have got dropped or this might have been here when I bought it. I just didn't notice it because it's like
you could have kept that one, bro. I would have left that one. She's gonna find out now though. Hey, Miss Jones. Whew.
Yeah,
you might get a spanking for that right now, bro.
My mom's 73. She can't catch me. She can't catch me. You know what I'm saying? So, Mom, I just want to apologize for biting. I wonder if I know she still got them. I'm gonna bring him on the podcast.
Man.
Say the bad fight story. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Just needed to get that off my chest. Oh, that smells so good. Mm-hmm. Been hold that in for 30-something years. All right.
Professionals too. I appreciate that. Yeah, you gotta get it out there, man.
We gotta get out there. All right. So we're talking about maximizing time, eliminating distractions, setting boundaries for ourselves. My mom should have set boundaries about going to her bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Mom should have set boundaries because, I was a wild kid. Number 3 on the list, finding scriptures to go with what it is you're going after and how to find the right scriptures for your situation and the benefit of speaking it over our lives continuously. So how do you do that, bro?
So,
and why do we need to do that?
Well, man, the easiest answer is just that God's word does not return to him void. You know what I mean? And so there's a couple things I'm gonna say. We get kind of preachy for half a second, but faith comes by hearing, and hearing from the word of God, right? And so the more faith we operate with on the inside, the more we actually believe that something's going to be, the more it will, right?
Okay.
The more we believe that God's going to do this thing for us, the more we're able to unlock that thing that he's going to do for us, because we're believing it to be real.
Right.
And so the more you read these scriptures, the more you commit it to not just your eyesight, not just your mind, but your heart, the more real it becomes in your life. And as you're giving these scriptures back to the Lord, well, Lord, you said this, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you tell Malia or Jojo, Crisetta Genesis, you know, hey, you know, if you do this, I'll give you this, you know what I'm saying? And they come back to you like, hey, I got straight A's, you know what I'm saying? You said if I brought straight A's, we can go do whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they don't tell you, maybe they forgot about it, you know what I mean? Maybe you might be able to slide, you know, oh, okay, we won't go to get ice cream today, you know what I mean? But if they come back like, yo, you said on Friday we're gonna go get ice cream because I got straight A's, you know? You know what? I did say that. I'm gonna go get this ice cream. And it's kind of like that, but like in a much bigger concept, you know, with God. It's like he put his word out there for us to utilize, for us to come back and say, nah, look, this is my straight A's. You know what I'm saying? You told me if I brought these straight A's in, if I gave you your word back, then you would do X, Y, and Z. And that's as simple as I can really put it. So, but how do you go about finding those scriptures? Man, it's really just grabbing the Bible, and if you have an app or even Google, and looking up whatever topic it is that you need to address in your life, whether that's healing, whether that's faith, whether that's comfort, whether that's finances, whether that's physical health, whether that's relationships, whether that's marriage, whether that's trust, you know, whether that's forgiveness, whatever it is.
Right.
And look to see what the word says about that situation that you're dealing with, or with those things that you're dealing with. And guaranteed, whatever situation it is you got, there's numerous, whether it's money, right? It's numerous scriptures that go towards whatever it is you're facing. And as you read over those scriptures, as you see how it's applied in the word, somehow, some way, especially if you ask the Holy Spirit, I mean, the word says that seek and you will find, you know what I'm saying? If you ask for wisdom, it'll be given to you in a nice portion. Ask the Holy Spirit to come on in there for people that are Christian, not Christian. If you have these questions, maybe you're sure, maybe you're not sure, just give it a shot. You know what I mean? The worst thing that can happen is it'll work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really it's really crucial. And so I started putting little sticky notes up, you know, here and there, just to kind of remind myself. That Kaepernick thing, one of the things was about finances, because of the mindset that I always had about money, you know, and realizing that
Cap Chatfield,
yes.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always just had the mindset that, like, we shouldn't really be chasing after money, or shouldn't be going after money. Maybe you shouldn't be chasing after it, because that puts a particular love towards the money. But I think it was like a dual-edged sword, because I wasn't supposed to be chasing after the money. I thought I wasn't supposed to be getting it. And like that's the complete opposite of what the word says, you know?
Right.
And so started reading those scriptures, you know, more frequently.
Okay.
And believing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really it. You know, I think it's crucial, man. And to pray over, not just to pray, you know, and we all pray, you know what I'm saying? We just do, you know, prayers, but I started praying specific prayers that are in the word, like that Psalms 91. Man, that covers protection, that covers safety, that covers like health, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I started praying that over my family, you know, and there's certain different scriptures, you know, that because it's not just the ideas that I have praying, right. This is actually God's word I'm praying, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that, you know, it's not just me giving my ideas, Lord, this is your word and this is your prayer, you know, and if you can do this for David, you can do this for whoever it is, you can do this for me as well, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, so I always looked at, you know, God is our creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always like to use this example. Like if you got a car, or you having car problems, you got a Chevy, right? You're not gonna take your Chevy to the Dunkin' Donuts. So like, hey, can y'all check out my car? See, it's making this weird noise.
Right.
It's like, no, you're gonna take it to the Chevy dealership.
Yep.
That's where it came from. Like they're the ones that
Mm-hmm.
made it. They know, like people in general know how a car is supposed to run, but like all the inner workings and how a car actually runs, most people don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a mechanic does,
Mm-hmm.
especially the manufacturer of that specific car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but that makes sense. But like if you know what I'm saying? Like we were made in the image of God. We came from God.
Mm-hmm.
He's all knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows more about you than a Chevy mechanic knows about a Chevy.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like he knows everything. So like why would you not, especially if you're a believer, like why do you go to other places all the time for answers? You never go to God's word. You never pray. You know what I'm saying? You don't spend that time in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
we don't. It makes sense to do that, but we don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, that's 100% real.
and I'm not saying that you can't, because there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel. Like God
Yes.
put people around us because He wants us to participate in, saying like being community and getting to our goals and whatever that is. And so, but that God is our source.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely find the scriptures. And like these days, it's easier, like you said, you gotta Google. Like back in the day, way back in the day, you just had to like
go to the very back of the Bible and hopefully in that little index and have a word that was associated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But that was our time. Like we had like indexes. You could look up a topic. But before that, you know what I'm saying? We was just Bible. You just had to like know the script. You just had to read the whole thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times because things are easier, we get a little bit lazier.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, I love convenience. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is on the app. I'll tell you about the Attic Fan I just installed.
Mm-hmm.
I got an app for my Attic Fan. I can see like when it's on. I can put different settings on it so that it run with it, at the most optimum time. I can see what the temperature is in my attic to, make sure the house is cool. So it's like I love technology. I don't think we don't really use it because it's we can do a lot of bad stuff with technology or a lot of distracting things. Like what I'm saying, we don't. I got my Bible, so we're doing me and you reading through the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I set it to where it reads to me. I'm still reading I'm reading along as it's reading to me because for whatever reason, whenever I read just by myself, my mind
starts going other places.
It starts going like 100 miles an hour, like 100 different places. So like, and there's other people like that. So a suggestion for anybody out there that if you have trouble reading, like, man, download the YouVersion app, look a little plan or whatever, and then like pick your whatever the translation that you like to use, King James or NIV, whatever, and let it read to you. Read along with it. You know what I'm saying? And get God's word. So,
that's good. I didn't even know that was a feature.
Oh, man. I'm giving you the game right now. You know what I'm saying?
For the free 99.
Free 99. So yeah. But no, man, I think that's good. I think just where we are in our lives, we're man, my homeboy Steve, he told us what he said. We're at the halfway point. It's halftime. You know what I'm saying? We're in our 40s. Life expectancy is typically on average, I think you hitting 80.
Yep.
It's like, bro, we halfway. You know what I'm saying? So like, we got things we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying, for the Lord and for our families. And so it's like, all right, we gotta get on it, man. Like, man, I wish I could go back in time. You know what I'm saying? And most of us do. You know what I'm saying? Like
this, if I can go back with this mindset.
Yeah, I find myself daydreaming a lot about like, man, if I was 20 again, I'll do this, make this change. But you can't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? You got the time that you got now as a gift from God, and you got to, get it
Man, you get it right in the head, bro.
Use that thing wisely.
You gotta get busy.
Gotta get busy, baby. Gotta get busy. So that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man, I think that's the perfect way to finish it off right there, man. Gotta get busy.
Yeah. So another episode. So listen, y'all, man. We hope that you guys got something out of this episode. We got a lot more coming. Whatever you got going on in your life, man. In fact, whatever goals you got, man, go ahead and type those in the in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We love to chop it up with y'all, pray for y'all, you know what I'm saying, pray over y'all. And as a community, man, we can reach these goals and we can maximize our lives the way it's supposed to. So
amen.
Yes, sir. So man, listen, it's your boy B Jones.
Izzy Assad.
Signing off. We love y'all.
Peace.
Be easy. Peace.